There's some great SBCs out at the moment and one really good one which expires in 10 days. So I'm going to be keeping you guys in the loop. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. Guys, we're going to get into it, but do me a massive favour, let's hit 200 likes on this video, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe. I upload a mix of content from getting better at the game to new content that's released in the game, and all that good stuff. So do me a favour, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, so let's go and have a look at our weekly SBC review. I do this once a week, just try and keep you guys in loop and recommend SBCs and stuff that I think you should complete. So we do have this Luis Figo here, and as always guys, let me know your opinions of each SBC in the comments. I love having a chat with you guys, seeing your thoughts, you know, on the current state of the game, all that good stuff. We've got Luis Figo here. This card is very solid. He's got the 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. You know, he's just solid all round. It's nothing spectacular, but if you're in need of a right winger, definitely not the most terrible option. We've then got a card that I'm a big fan of. And if you're wondering why I haven't done the SBCs, I have a separate account, which basically, you know, nothing is complete on here. Like, so I can show you guys all this stuff. I've got Bonucci here. 4-star weak foot, 6'3". I remember a few years ago, he had his Team of the Year card. And I don't know whether that's what this is a flashback to. Does it actually say? No, it doesn't. He did have like a Team of the Year card, which I loved a few years back. But this card is good, man. He's got elite defending, crazy physicals, good pace. He's an excellent ball-playing centre-back. And I love the Serie A this year. There's so many good options. You know, you've got Tomori, Tonali, Theo Hernandez, Mainan in goal. There's a lot of really solid options. So if you're in need of a centre-back, I definitely recommend Bonucci. I think he's one that... He's the sort of guy that strikes me as one of those cards in the weekend league where you absolutely hate coming up against it. I just get those vibes from him. We've then got Carlos Alberto, arguably the best centre-back in the whole game. As you can see, he can play centre-back. I would absolutely recommend completing this SBC. I think you are missing out if you don't. He is absolutely incredible. For this current meta, which is through balls, getting in behind, there is no better player of dealing with it. He's got the rapid pace, crazy agility balance. He's excellent on the ball, and he's just unbelievable. If you guys have played with him or against him, you will know that too. We've got Perez. Very solid card. Sort of reminds me of Figo a little bit. You know, it's just... He's got good stats in the important areas, but nothing spectacular. These are sort of just, to me, like filler cards that if you throw them in, they're very usable and they can turn up for you. But you're not going to get anything out of this world, if that makes sense. Moving on, we do have Marquisio there, and he's an elite midfielder on this game, guys. It's one of those where there's nothing you look at and think like, wow, but everywhere you look, he's got extremely solid stats. He's 4-star, 4-star, high. You're going to see him in pro players' teams, especially because he's under 90 rated, but this card is super, super solid. Good on the ball, can defend, physical, quick, shooting's good, passing's good. He's got it all. Flair trait as well, if you believe in any of that stuff. We've then got Raul, and this card is also very solid, to be honest with you. If you have a look here, he does now have the 5-star weak foot. Excellent shooting. If you get him in front of goal, I promise you, he's burying every single chance. His link-up play is also elite with that vision short pass. Good on the ball, good in the air as well. And Raul, he feels decent on FIFA, in my opinion. As you can see, he's got both of the shooting traits as well, which is always nice. And I'm not sure what he's coming in at value-wise, but I think the card is definitely solid enough. We've then got Nico Gonzalez, who is expiring very soon. Very decent card, to be fair. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I sort of wish that was flipped and he had the 5-star skills, but, you know, we can't complain too much. He's quick, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling. Nothing crazy, just another one of those cards. There's a lot of this sort of card on the game at the moment. Still got Hugo Sanchez there as well, expiring in a couple of days. Very underrated card, actually. I used him on a customer's account, which gives me a good opportunity to say that if you want me to play your foot champs during Team of the Season, DM me on Twitter. the link will be in the description. But I played with this guy on a customer account, and he was very solid. Obviously, he's got a lack of the 5-star, but a really, really solid card. Super clinical, feels smooth on the ball, and I would definitely recommend. What else do we have? A lot of gambling packs from EA. We've got Mbappe, who's expiring in 5 days. Do not recommend you complete. However, if you do, it is one of the best cards in the game, but he's just such a rip-off, this particular SBC, that it's crazy. But obviously, you know, an elite of the elite card. Xabi Alonso's in there as well. An absolute fan favourite SBC. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already completed him, but if you haven't, it just is worth the pickup. He's a very, very solid card. Well-rounded, you know, gets you everything you need in the midfield. You can play him as a flat centre mid, a CDM. It doesn't really matter. He's just very solid all-round flare pass trait as well. What else? We have Kvaratskhelia. Let me know if I've pronounced that right, because I'd actually be very interested to know. He's decent, 5-star weak foot. I do wish that they gave him the skills and stuff, like... His reactions are still super low. It's just missing in a few key areas, but not a bad card at all. Got Griezmann there. Pretty meh, like he has better cards out. And this is the card you don't want to miss. It is Mesut Ozil. Expires in 10 days. He's got the 5-star skill moves, the 4-star weak foot. Obviously, the issue with this card is the fact that he's very difficult to link in. However, even off the bench, this guy is a little bit of a baller, especially in this meta where you're playing like a 4-3-2-1 with flat centre mids, for example. Subbing this guy on in centre mid is not a bad option at all. And he's also pretty cheap, and you can also just put him in, you know, to an SBC when Team of the Season or something comes round. Really nice card in game. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Both the shooting traits. Loads of other traits, you know, set plays, swerve passes, flair. He has got it all. Just, it's also just Ozil, you know, his last card we're going to get. Unless he gets an icon or a hero, of course. But he is definitely one that is worth the pickup. Guerrero there, actually a pretty underrated centre mid. He's got the right attributes to be a good attacking centre mid. It's just a shame about his weak foot, but not a bad pickup if you're on a lower budget. We've got Saka, just another one of those cards. We see so many of these in the game, but if you're playing him as a wing back, he's actually really good at it due to the fact he can sort of defend as well. So keep an eye on that one. And then we've got, you know, Fernando Torres, who is okay. We've got John Barnes, who is not that great. Vidic, I wish that was his Team of the Year version. Lineker, this got a lot of praise because I think he's just super, super cheap. Like, you can literally just get him for the 90 rated card and still make, you know, quote-unquote profit with it, putting it into an SBC. And then we've got a lot of cards that you guys would have already seen. But guys, let me know your thoughts. We do have this Kante, actually, who... just one of the biggest rip-offs I've ever seen. Great card, but a massive rip-off. And Thankyou, great card, but not as good as his other one, which was sad. But I'm going to wrap it up, boys. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. Which SBCs have you completed? Which ones are you staying away from? I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.